Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our second HOSA Talks webinar. We are so excited to be with you all tonight, and we hope that you had an incredible holiday season. Now, as we kick off a new semester, we wanted to provide you all with a few updates and HOSA happenings, including competitive events, running for office, our national service project, and HOSA scholarships. To begin with, I want to talk about our e-magazine. The fall edition of the e-magazine came out in December. And so if you haven't checked it out already, we strongly encourage you to do so. It's posted online in the HOSA website under news, or you can access it by going to hosa.org/emagazine. Our spring edition will be coming out very soon this month, so be on the lookout for that as well. Now, as a team, we've seen some incredible things going on by all the different state associations, and we're so incredibly proud and happy to see what's happening. We're constantly inspired by your service to your surrounding communities and your constant drive to lead and pursue your passions. So keep up the great hard work, and we hope to see even more. We're very, very excited to see everyone at the International Leadership Conference this June. But of course, before that comes, we have the season of HOSA competitive events and state leadership conferences. So it's really exciting, and we cannot wait to see what you achieve this spring. Now at this time, I'd like to hand it over to Khalil.
Thank you, Priya. As we start to talk about competitive events, there are a few tips that I want to give you that I think will help you be most successful as we head into the state leadership season. First, I want to make sure that you all remember to go over those guidelines. You certainly do not want to be disqualified from your competitive event for missing something that is clearly outlined in those guidelines. Second thing is we want to make sure that you choose the right event for you. There are 57 competitive events, and we believe that there is one that is specific for you that will give you that ability to shine above the rest. Third, the last tip that I think will really help you to be successful is to study. Study. Make sure that you are spending a lot of time to study. You certainly don't want to cram everything into one study session because then you will find yourself just going over the material without actually committing those things to memory. So make sure that you spend a lot of time studying so that you can be most successful at your state leadership conference. I can remember to this very day my competitive speaking. I was extremely nervous when I had received the topic for that year because I didn't know what I was going to talk about. However, as I spent a lot of time practicing and studying and researching, I actually wound up taking first place. I was extremely excited, but little did I know that that event, prepared speaking, was actually starting to challenge me and shape me to run for not only state, but even national office, which was absolutely amazing. And so with that being said, I am extremely honored to say that I have been a part of this amazing organization for the past 5 years. What has given me the most joy and the most honor is to be able to say that for the past 3, I have served you all, the members. There has been nothing like it, and I have loved every single moment of it. Running for local, state, and even national office is something that I believe embodies the core of what HOSA is all about. And so if you feel as if you have that passion and that desire, not only for HOSA, but also to serve others, I encourage you this year to make sure that you are running for your local, state, and hey, even your national executive council. And I can promise you that if you run for the right reasons, this will be a rewarding experience that you will never be able to forget. And so if you have any questions about running for nationals, make sure to contact your state advisor, as we know that all of the information that we give to the states are all coming through your state advisor. And I believe that that will help you be most successful as you are seeking to run for office this year. Now, I'd like to turn it over to Sean.
So the 2016-2018 National Service Project for HOSA is the National Alliance on Mental Illness. 1 out of 5 children ages 13 to 18 have or will have a serious mental illness, which makes this issue a very real one. We are standing with NAMI to end the stigma and build better lives for those affected. I've been interning with NAMI NJ as the Student Outreach Chair, and I have been with the organization for 2 years now, so I have a lot of love for it. There are a lot of different ways that you can get involved. One of the biggest ways is the annual walk. So the NAMI walk it varies by state when it is, but if you go on namiwalk.org, you'll be able to find one near you. And at the walk, you can fundraise, you can volunteer. There are so many different ways that you could give back to that organization. On top of that, you can bring presentations to your school or events. That could be from NAMI organization members who are actively fighting for that cause every single day, and also our in our own voice presentations, which are by people who have recovered from mental illness and are prepared and ready to give their personal presentations about illness and recovery through NAMI. Second, another way is the NAMI school programs. Those programs educate teachers on mental health and mental illnesses to help students, and it even comes with lesson plans to implement into your school curriculum. Lastly, raise awareness about mental health and promote NAMI, whether that be your state NAMI or the national NAMI. We really want you to be using the hashtag HOSA, hashtag NAMI, and spreading the love that comes with being a HOSA member and a service member. Thank you. Now I'd like to hand it over to Anjali.
So now let's talk a little bit about scholarships. The scholarships application this year are through the STEM Premier website. STEM Premier is a networking platform. A lot of the competitive events now require you to create a STEM Premier profile, and this is the platform from which HOSA will be starting to use all their scholarship applications. So the applications have opened. They opened January 16th, and the deadline is April 10th. To fill out your application, you should go to stempremier.com/HOSA. You should start your free profile and create your account. HOSA members must have a STEM Premier account and apply within this application. Also, to look for the HOSA scholarships, you have to go to the scholarship section, click the search icon, and search for HOSA under scholarships. Select the HOSA scholarship from the results list. To apply for the scholarships, follow the steps and provide the required information. Your STEM Premier account will serve with most of the information that is required for the application. Your profile doesn't have to be 100% complete in order to apply, but we highly recommend you do so because a lot of times colleges, partners, and other potential employers will look at your profile on STEM Premier and see your affiliation with HOSA, and they can use this to create partnerships for HOSA. Also, our Public Health Leadership Scholars Program this year will have its application through STEM Premier. Last summer, I was lucky enough to be one of the scholars for this program, and I loved every minute of it. I was able to learn so much about both public health and about leadership, and I really highly encourage you to apply for this program through the site. Now I'm going to turn it back to Priya.
Thank you, Anjali. So hopefully you all have learned some very valuable information regarding competitive events, NAMI, and scholarships. And at this time, we're going to begin our question and answer session. And we have our first question rolling in, which is, what is your favorite competitive event? And so for this question, we're all going to share what our favorite competitive event is. And I'll begin. My favorite competitive event personally is biomedical debate. It's a competition that I competed in. I enjoy it so much. It's a teamwork event, so I love collaborating with other people, and I definitely love learning about different perspectives on a hot topic, and that's exactly what this competition is able to give us. It gives me a lot of insight as a HOSA member, and it gives me a lot of knowledge that I'm able to carry on from high school to college and beyond, so that's why I love it. Shawnee?
So my favorite event was doing extemporaneous writing. I was able to learn about so many different topics because every time you go there and they give you a secret topic, and even having that right then, you were able to think, how does this topic make an impact in healthcare? And being able to write on that and express what I feel is really beneficial because I'm able to put that forth in my career as well. Thank you.
For me, again, my favorite one was prepared speaking, just because simply I love to talk. I really think speaking is a strong point of mine. And because of that, that is actually a profession that I'm looking to go into. And so starting out in HOSA years ago with prepared speaking has really given me that ability to blossom and really has given me that ability to show my speaking and my leadership skills.
For me, I think that CPR First Aid is one of my favorite events. It's a teamwork event, it's a partner event, and I got to do it with my best friend for 2 years in a row. We went to our first national conference together and it was amazing. But aside from that, CPR First Aid also taught us some very crucial life skills, and I feel very confident now walking around that if anyone ever needed help, I could successfully help them. So it was one of my favorite events. Priya?
Fantastic. So our second question that we have here is, what do you like most about being a national officer? So Khalil, would you like to take that one?
Definitely. Seeing as how I have been an officer for a couple of years, I really enjoy this experience. Not only does it, again, give me that ability to kind of walk out in some of my dreams and aspirations as far as public speaking and facilitation, but it also is helping me to establish connections now that who knows I may possibly need in the future, helping me to meet people, helping me to really establish and sharpen those leadership skills that are very vital. One thing I always tell people is that many times you can always have everything down on paper. Academics can be great, but if you lack the leadership or the public speaking, sometimes those can be those key things that employers and possible jobs that you are looking for or looking to get into are looking at in you. And being a national officer has certainly given me that. And by far, I mean, that's the best.
That's awesome. Thank you, Khalil. Our third question says, can you tell us more about what's involved with the National Officer application? I'll take this one. So for the National Officer application, you need your approval from the state advisor. You will need to submit your resume. You'll be creating a YouTube video, and the rules for that will be included in the packet that you're provided. And those are the three main things that are incorporated with that. So everything else, your state advisor can tell you with the National Officer application itself. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Aryahi Deshmukh from the Middle School Georgia HOSA chapter. We really appreciate our middle school members, and we cannot wait to see you all at the International Leadership Conference. So thank you, Aryahi, and we can't wait to see you all. So our fourth question that we have is, have you all placed at national or state? So I'll begin and we can all answer. So I've placed at state before and competed at the National Leadership Conference before as well. And so it was a very valuable experience and very exciting to interact with everyone. Shani?
My first year when I was competing, I placed 5th at regionals, but then I was able to work my way up to getting 3rd at nationals. So it really pays off to keep at it and keep working hard.
As for me, I placed 1st in prepared speaking at regionals, and then the second year I did PSA with a group of friends, which was absolutely amazing, and we placed 1st both at regionals and states, and that was kind of the end of my competitive run as far as HOSA goes, just because then that's when office came along for me.
So for me, my freshman year, I competed in parliamentary procedure and I met some of my closest friends. We didn't make it to nationals, we placed in states, and the following 3 years I competed in CPR First Aid every time, and the last 2 years I did make it to nationals, and last year my brother and I, we placed at nationals, so it was exciting. Now Priya?
Very cool. So as you can see, competing is an incredible experience. And so we really, really recommend that everyone takes part in it to experience what it is. Our next question is, was the national officer process difficult? And so I can speak to that, and we can have everyone give their input as well. So I wouldn't call the national officer process difficult. I think it challenges you to showcase the best that you are. I think it gives you the opportunity to shine and showcase what you have to offer. And so I think it's an incredible experience overall, and that if you truly have the passion for it, then you should give it a shot. Shawnee?
I personally, I ran twice, and I would say it was worth it both times. It was such a exciting and involved process where you were able to actually get to talk to your voting delegates and really make an impact, regardless of whether you win or lose. I think it's definitely something you should give a try.
So for me, I'm one of those very shy, introverted people. So running for office has always been something that has pushed me out of my comfort zone. And I think that national office, running for national office has done that more so than any of the other times. But I think it also helped me grow as a person to, really try to go out there and meet new people. And that's something that I'm very grateful for. So yeah.
As for me, I must be honest, the whole process was very nerve-wracking. I was extremely nervous. Even though I had some confidence within myself, I just didn't know, simply because I didn't know if that was me, if I could do it. But I really echoed the sentiments of Priya. If you have the passion for it, that passion will shine through. And ultimately, that's all the members want to see is your passion, not who you think you are, not who you may try to be. To be yourself and allow your passion to come through. I think you'll be right on the right track.
Thank you. So our next question is, what was your first ILC like? Shawnee, would you like to take that one?
So my first ILC was in 2012, I believe, and it was such a surreal moment. I met someone from California, one of my someone who would become a friend later on, and we were both in the same event, and I really didn't think that she would be friendly or want to talk to me, but I took that step and I talked to her. I was like, oh, hopefully she's not like, a mean competitor, but it wasn't, because HOSA is a place where everyone is a family, and it doesn't really matter if you're going against each other. We're all in this together, and I really felt that when I was talking to that person in the waiting room of our event, just thinking, oh wow, I hope I place, oh wow, I can't believe I'm here. It was just such an exciting experience, and being able to experience that national, international level of love and care throughout the organization was really inspiring.
Thank you, Shawnee. Our next question we have is, what was your reaction after you found out that you got a place on the National Executive Council? Anjali, would you like to take that one?
It was a very surreal experience for me. I was so excited and so happy, and I really couldn't believe it. I think when I got off stage, I started crying. It was super emotional, but I was very happy, and I think running has definitely been one of the best decisions I've ever made. So.
Thank you, Anjali. Our next question is, what advice do you have for someone running for state? So I'll take this one. If you are planning on running for state office within your state association, my advice is to pursue your passion. I mean, I think if you have a passion for this organization, that you should let it show. I think that it's easy for us to feel that this is very nerve-wracking, and it's easy for us to get drowned in all of that. But I think if you focus on the experiences that you gain in the candidacy process itself, that you will gain so much from that. Whether it's meeting other candidates, whether it's maybe an interview that you go through, whether it's filling out the actual application, whether it's coming up with a speech, whatever it is, these are the types of things that build up your soft skills that you are going to take forward with you from high school on to college and beyond, with whatever it is that you decide to pursue. So I would say just hold on to your passion and rally with it, and I think that everyone will do an amazing job. Our next question is, what are you looking forward to the most at the International Leadership Conference? Khalil?
I'm really just looking looking forward to seeing you all and really putting on a great conference that really embodies everything that HOSA is about. Yes, we're going to have a great time. Yes, you all are going to rock it in your competitive events. Yes, you all are going to show up with your friends, but at the end of the day, we want this conference to be nothing but for you. So with that being said, I just want to see you all, to be around you all again, just have that HOSA family feel.
Thank you, Khalil. Our next question here is, are any of you in college? If so, where do you go? Okay, so we can all answer that one. I'm currently a sophomore in college, and I attend Emory University in Georgia.
I am also attending college, and I am a junior at Rutgers University.
I am currently a junior in college, and I attend Western Michigan University.
I'm a freshman in college, and I attend Duke University in North Carolina.
Fantastic. Now, to go back to our previous question for just a moment, I think we'd all love to share what we're most looking forward to. For example, at International Leadership Conference, I am most looking forward to interacting with you all as well. And I'm also most looking forward to the symposiums that we have going on. We bring in a great group of industrial professionals who come and hold booths, who hold workshops. And I think that's going to be very exciting to see what we have to offer this year. So I think that's going to be incredible. Shawnee, would you like to answer?
I'm really looking forward to, of course, meeting all the members and the exhibitors and everything, but I'm also really looking forward to our guest speaker. We haven't told all of you yet who it is, but we're really looking forward to getting you guys engaged and excited, because we feel that by having a guest speaker, we're able to set the tone for the conference and really get all of you excited.
I'm also really excited about meeting all the members, and just like I think that HOSA is a place that really brings a lot of different people together, and getting to know all the members and to see everyone shine and do really well in all their competitive events. So that's what I'm excited about this ILC.
All right. Our next question here is, what are we doing after college? So we can all answer this one. And I'll start. So currently I'm pursuing a biology major here at Emory on the pre-med track. And so I hope to attend medical school after college, and I hope to become a pediatric neurosurgeon. And so that is my career goal. Shawnee?
So I am currently majoring in health administration and minoring in biology. So I really want to get my MBA after this and ultimately become the CEO of a hospital and really be on that business and administration side of hospitals, because I know how complicated it can be, especially with the politics changing, everything. There's always new healthcare policies. So being able to implement that to be the best for our patients is very important.
Khalil?
As for me here attending Western Michigan University, once I have finished, I am looking to go into a career of public speaking, facilitation, and motivational speaking. I mean, simply, again, after being a part of this organization on a national level and having the opportunity to branch out and that which I really desire to do, it has caused me to kind of change some of my career paths and some of my career ideas than when I first came into college. But after exploring this and having that chance to step out in that public speaking and facilitation, I'm confident that this is the one for me.
So for me, currently I'm double majoring in neuroscience and public policy on the pre-med track. I hope to become a physician and to use my public policy degree to create changes in the health policy system and the government.
Very awesome. It's always great to see what everyone's up to here. Our next question is, how do you make time for HOSA while attending a university? So once again, we can all answer this. So for me, I think I don't really look at it as I have to make time, because HOSA is something that I think we can all say at this point, it's a part of us. And so we look forward to this part of our days. So every day, I mean, I think it's a routine for me that it's almost odd for me if I don't look at something related to HOSA. It's almost odd for me if I don't, check my emails or do something or complete a task that's related to HOSA. And I think it's very easy if you have the passion for it. Once again, I always use that word passion, but I truly believe that if you do love what you're doing, if this is what you are dedicated to, and if you do have a high priority for this organization, that it's not hard to make time for it at all. For those of you in high school, I know sometimes it may seem like college is a whole new world and there are a lot of classes that you have to take and it's something completely different. But honestly, once you get here, you'll get into the groove of things and it'll be very easy to balance things. Shawnee?
So I definitely think that you can be as involved with HOSA as you want to be. So it's really up to you how you want to take advantage of things and how you really want to use your time. So for us, we've decided to dedicate a lot more time than maybe you may be able to, but it's really just about putting in even that little bit, whether that be, signing up to be an alumni or competing. There are many different ways that you can get involved, and knowing that there's always a place for you is a comforting, and it helps with managing the time. Anjali?
Sorry. For me, I think that it really helps. For my school, we have a HOSA chapter here, so it's really nice to have other people on campus who are just as passionate about HOSA as you are. I know at the last conference, I was able to even meet someone who was attending college, and we had this discussion. And I think HOSA is really about the passion, as Priya keeps saying, and as Shawnee mentioned, like how involved you want to be. And sometimes, because if you love HOSA a lot, it doesn't even feel like work. It just feels like something that's part of your life at this point, so you just do it. So yeah.
Definitely. And my, as far as, that and HOSA in school is really just time management. I'm just really managing my time, knowing what I need to give time to at that specific time is something that really helps me to make sure that I'm on top of all things. So if you give enough time to it, again, giving enough time to your passion.
All right, and our final question here is, what do you recommend for the speech that is given for state office? Shawnee, would you like to take that one?
So I definitely think put your heart into it. My first ever speech running for state office was very impersonal, very just saying what I do, what I want to do. But by taking that next level of adding that personal touch, showing who you are, and really making a statement about who you would be as a leader is very important in your speech. So by conveying that passion, that drive, you will really be more successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Shawnee. All right, so that concludes our question and answer session. A few things before we wrap up here. If you are a high school senior, we request you to please register for the free alumni division. That can be found on the HOSA website. If any of you have questions about that, you may email us. But this way you have a base to still be connected with HOSA when you graduate from high school, and you can still experience the wonderful opportunities that it provides. Also, please remember to apply for your scholarships, your HOSA scholarships, your public health leadership scholarship as well. And finally, good luck to everyone at their state leadership conferences. We hope you have an incredible time and do some amazing things, and we cannot wait to see what everyone will achieve. Thank you so much, everyone who attended, and we will see you all very soon at the International Leadership Conference. Thank you. Bye.